Can't have a kettlebells and coffee without a little coffee now, can we? Set myself up here to enjoy. How many times do you ever go and open up a door with your left hand? Probably not a lot, right? How many times, unless you're left-handed, do you throw with your left hand? Or, if you are left-handed, how many times do you throw with your right hand? If you're ambidextrous, that's amazing. Good on you. As we train with both feet flat on the ground, as we train using both hands together, well, it tends to be that we rely on compensations. We usually skew towards our dominant side. And that has some lasting effect down the road. You might find out that one shoulder is just a little bit more elevated than the other, and just that small little change in your body mechanics is going to have what we call a trickle-down effect. It's going to happen, like if it comes from the shoulder, elbow is going to get affected, the wrist is going to get affected. It tends to be that your low back on your opposite side is going to get affected. Everything is connected, as we learned with the myofascial integrated movement and all this other stuff that's coming through. Hashtag. So what do we do here at Fitness Lying Down to make sure that people aren't compensating? We do a lot of what we call unilateral training. We do a lot of our exercises on one side, and then we'll go over and do the other side. So we're not really set in stone which side you do first, but it never ceases to amaze me how many times somebody does a particular exercise, and it looks really simple, and they go over to the other side, and there's like, it just feels night and day. And this happens. And will ever that night and day, will ever that change between the sides, will that ever equal out and even up? Probably not. But our goal is to get that gap as small as we can so both sides are as symmetrical as possible. It's just not going to be able to happen that you're going to be doing everything on your left side even though you're right hand dominant. We always go to that dominant side. One of the best ways that we can work all that connective tissue in a positive way that has great outcomes for you, not just inside the gym, but outside the gym. A great way that we can do this is by doing the unilateral training. So instead of pushing with both arms, I'm going to push with one arm. Now go to the other side, I'll push. I'll pull with one arm. I'll do exercises on one knee instead of both knees, instead of both feet. That way my body has to really adapt to these different stimuli. And then because of that adaptation, I'm going to have certain kind of growth. I'm going to grow stronger in places where I used to be weak. Here at Fitness Lying Down, we don't train your strengths. That's not what we do. We simply train your weaknesses, your weakest link, because you know you are only as strong as your weakest link. So, if you're here at Fitness Lying Down, you know what we're doing now. But if you're in your home gyms, if you're at other gyms, challenge yourself. Find ways that you can work one side and then the other side. Way to work the connective tissue, way to work your core training, way to get stronger and improve. And that's the name of the game. Better. Better is good. So until the next time, my friends, you're welcome.